Archie Mountbatten Windsor hasn't spent a lot of time with the royal family since he moved with his parents to the US in 2020. But the royal tot remains high in the line of succession to the throne, so he will likely remain bound by a royal marriage rule when he is older. Archie Mountbatten Windsor, 3, may not have a royal title, but he remains the great-grandson of the Queen and a grandson and nephew of 2 respective future kings. As such, he is likely to be affected by a specific royal rule when he is older that his little sister Lilibet, 1, won't need to pay heed to. The Succession to the Crown Act, 2013, was implemented to replace the system of male preference primogeniture in the British monarchy, but it also included stipulations on royal marriages. According to Act, Archie will be required to ask the permission of the sovereign if he decides to get married in the future, or he could lose his place in the line of succession. The legislation stipulates that if a royal fails to seek the monarch's permission, then the person and the person's descendants from the marriage are disqualified from succeeding to the crown. As Prince Harry's children, Archie and Lilibet are currently 7th and 8th in line to the throne respectively. But when Prince Charles is king, the next 6 people in the line of succession, as it currently stands, will be Prince William, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, Prince Louis, Prince Harry, and Archie. As 7th in line to the throne, Lilibet will be free to marry whomever she likes without obtaining her grandfather Charles or Uncle William's permission beforehand. Rules regarding royal marriages have been in place for centuries, with the Royal Marriages Act of 1772 enabling royal marriages to be decreed void if they were seen to negatively affect the royal house. When Prince Charles is king, Archie and his sister Lilibet will both be grandchildren of the monarch through the male line. Under the letters patent issued by King George V in 1917, this means Archie and Lilibet would usually be entitled to prince or princess titles and HRH status. Whether or not Archie and Lilibet will receive title changes is an issue for the reign of King Charles. But if these changes aren't forthcoming, Archie could receive a title through his father in the future. The Queen created the Dukedom of Sussex for Prince Harry when he married Meghan Markle in 2018 and, as his elder child, Archie is the next in line to inherit the title. As he was not created a prince by the Queen, Archie was eligible to take one of Harry's subsidiary titles, meaning he could have been known as the Earl of Dumbarton from birth. But royal fans were surprised when it was announced that Harry and Meghan's firstborn would be known simply as Master Archie, in a bid for him to lead his life as a private citizen. In the event that the Queen cannot actually act as Queen, such as in the case of severe illness of mind or body, a regency with Prince Charles as Prince Regent would be formed. According to the Constitution Unit of the University College London's UCL, School of Public Policy, medical evidence is required, and 3 people out of the following have to agree to declare the sovereign as incapacitated: the Queen's consort, which was her husband, Prince Philip, who passed in April 2021, the Lord Chancellor, the Speaker of the House of Commons, the Lord Chief Justice, and the Master of the Rolls. But this isn't the most probable scenario. Instead, what will likely happen is the Queen ages. The Queen will retain her title and certain royal duties, while her son, the Prince of Wales, assumes a greater number of her public engagements and increased decision-making power behind the scenes, says Carolyn Harris, Ph.D., historian and author of Raising Royalty, 1,000 Years of Royal Parenting. The Prince of Wales already undertakes overseas travel to the Commonwealth on the Queen's behalf, and in the coming years, he will assume more of the Queen's duties in the United Kingdom.